Stop scrolling. This moment carries weight. Today marks the 20th of January 2026, a date many will pass without noticing. Yet awareness separates the ordinary from the chosen. When something appears at the right moment, it carries intention. Timing speaks before words ever can. I am Shi Heng Yi. Nothing meaningful arrives without purpose. This message surfaced precisely when it needed to. Not early, not late. Exact timing reveals alignment, and alignment reveals readiness. Many search outward for signs, yet few recognize them when they arrive quietly. This appearance signals more than encouragement, it signals attention. Throughout history, divine guidance never forces itself. It moves softly, calmly, and with precision. Only those prepared feel it. In this video, you will understand why this moment found you today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. You will learn how timing itself becomes a message. You will recognize patterns most people overlook and understand why inner stillness attracts higher direction. Ancient Shaolin wisdom teaches that awareness shapes destiny. Those who prepare internally sense change before results appear. Energy shifts first. Reality follows later. Missing this understanding leads to distraction. Completing it brings clarity and strength. Stay until the end. Each layer builds upon the last. Leaving early breaks the flow. Presence unlocks the deeper truth. This knowledge sharpens focus, protects purpose, and aligns action with the path meant for you. Welcome to Shaolin Divine Flow, a space of discipline, wisdom, and higher awareness. Subscribe and walk this path with us. The journey begins now. Notice this truth immediately. Divine messages rarely arrive with noise. They arrive with timing. Coincidence is loud and random. Timing is silent and exact. When something reaches you at a specific moment, it carries intention beyond logic. God speaks through alignment, through doors opening only when you are internally ready to walk through them. Chosen ones are not selected because they are perfect. They are selected because they are prepared through pressure, patience, and persistence. Timing becomes the language because the heart listens better when the mind is quiet. Many events pass unnoticed until awareness sharpens. Then suddenly, the same message appears again and again, always at the right second, not during comfort, during transition, not during certainty, during questioning. That is when guidance lands, not to convince, to confirm. Ancient wisdom teaches that growth happens in cycles. Seeds break in darkness before rising into light. God allows waiting so depth can form. Rushing would destroy what timing protects. When guidance arrives too early, it is ignored. When it arrives too late, it is resisted. Perfect timing needs openness. Chosen ones often experience delays that feel unnecessary, paths that seem blocked without reason. These moments are not absence. They are refinement. Each pause removes ego. Each silence strengthens trust. Timing shapes character before it shapes circumstance. When something speaks to you at a specific hour, on a specific date, during a specific inner state, that precision carries meaning. This is how higher guidance bypasses resistance. It does not argue, it arrives. Those meant to receive do not need explanation. Recognition happens quietly, the body stills, the breath slows, awareness sharpens. Timing does the speaking. This is why distractions increase before clarity appears. This is why confusion often precedes direction. Timing is not accidental, it is deliberate, and those who notice it are already listening. Feel this carefully. Selection is never about being better than others. It is about being ready when the moment arrives. Many stand close to purpose, yet few step into it. The difference lies in awareness. Chosen ones notice when life pauses and speaks. Why you? Because attention lives inside you. You reflect when others react. You question when others rush forward. This inner space allows guidance to land. Critical moments do not announce themselves loudly. They arrive disguised as ordinary days. Only the attentive recognize them. Why now? Because timing responds to inner readiness. Growth reached a threshold quietly. Lessons repeated until understanding formed. Strength developed without applause. When resistance softened, the moment opened. The crowd moves with urgency. The chosen move with alignment. Pressure reveals separation. When uncertainty rises, most seek escape. The chosen remain present. When comfort fades, most complain. The chosen observe. This calm focus sharpens perception. It allows meaning to surface within confusion. Preparation often looks like struggle, isolation, delays that stretch patience. These experiences train the nervous system to remain steady under change. Without this inner stability, opportunity becomes overwhelming. Timing waits for grounding. The crowd follows trends. The chosen follow signals. Signals speak through intuition, subtle shifts, and repeated nudges. Awareness translates them into action. This sensitivity develops through endurance, not privilege. You reach this moment because distractions lost their grip. External noise weakened, inner listening strengthened. That is separation, that is qualification. When paths narrow, alignment deepens. Fewer voices remain, clarity sharpens. Energy conserves itself for what matters. The chosen feel this contraction before expansion. This moment responds to your inner state, not your outer situation. Circumstances lag behind awareness. Recognition arrives first. Action follows naturally. Critical moments favor those who pause instead of panic, who listen instead of chase, who trust timing more than force. This is how separation happens quietly, without announcement, and why you stand here now. Look beneath the surface. The most important preparation never announces itself. It happens in silence, far from recognition. While others moved forward loudly, your path moved inward. That inward movement strengthened something deeper than skill. It strengthened endurance. There were seasons where progress felt slow. Effort seemed unseen. Questions surfaced without immediate answers. These moments were not empty. They were forming stability. Quiet endurance builds roots that storms cannot uproot. You learn to carry weight without complaint, to continue without applause, to stand firm while clarity delayed its arrival. This trained patience at a level few reach. The unseen struggle refined focus. It removed dependence on external validation. Loneliness often marked this phase. Not isolation for punishment, but space for clarity. Noise faded. Old identities loosened their grip. Comfort dissolved. This allowed awareness to sharpen. Inner strength grows where distraction ends. Doubt visited often. Yet giving up never fully took hold. Something deeper kept you moving. That persistence is qualification. It proves capacity to hold responsibility when it arrives. Challenges appeared repetitively, each one demanding growth rather than escape. Emotional resilience developed quietly. You learned to regulate reactions, to remain centered under pressure. These skills prepare the nervous system for expansion. Most people crumble when momentum slows. You stayed present. That presence created alignment. Preparation favors those who endure uncertainty without losing direction. This phase felt invisible because it was meant to be. Public recognition without inner readiness destroys balance. Strength must mature privately before it can express outwardly. Every delay trained trust. Every setback refined perception. Every quiet moment strengthened discipline. This is why the moment recognizes you now. Survival alone was not the lesson. Awareness was. You became able to sit with discomfort without needing escape. That capacity separates readiness from desire. The silent preparation phase does not reward speed. It rewards depth, and depth carries forward into everything that follows, unseen yet undeniable. Pay attention to the inner movement happening now. Not everyone feels it, not everyone pauses. Spiritual sensitivity develops quietly, shaped by experience rather than belief. It is the ability to sense meaning before the mind explains it. Some scroll past messages like this without reaction. Others feel a subtle shift, a slowing, a tightening in the chest, a calm alertness. That response is recognition. It happens before thought, before judgment. Awareness responds first. Sensitivity grows through lived moments, through loss that deepened compassion, through struggle that sharpened perception, through silence that taught listening. Each experience tuned the inner senses. Over time, intuition became clearer than noise. The mind seeks proof. The spirit recognizes alignment. When something resonates instantly, it bypasses logic. That resonance is familiarity, a memory deeper than thought responding to truth. Those who feel stirred often question themselves. They wonder why something simple carries weight. The answer lies in readiness. Inner space allows subtle signals to register. Crowded minds miss quiet guidance. Spiritual recognition is not emotional excitement. It is calm clarity, a grounded knowing. The body relaxes while awareness sharpens. Breath slows. Attention narrows. This state signals alignment. Messages like this act as mirrors. They reveal what already exists within. Sensitivity recognizes itself. That is why explanation feels unnecessary. Understanding arrives without effort. Not everyone develops this perception. Many avoid stillness. Many numb discomfort. Sensitivity requires presence with pain and patience with silence. These qualities refine perception over time. Recognition also carries responsibility. Awareness brings choice. Once a signal registers, ignoring it creates tension. Following it creates flow. Sensitivity guides action subtly, not forcefully. This stirring indicates connection. A quiet dialogue already underway. No words spoken aloud, just alignment meeting awareness. The chosen do not seek signs desperately. They notice when signs appear naturally. Recognition happens effortlessly when inner readiness meets external timing. That meeting point carries meaning beyond chance. Observe this pattern closely. Confusion often rises just before clarity breaks through. When direction feels blurred, movement beneath the surface is already underway. Pressure increases because expansion demands strength. Growth always tests capacity before granting elevation. Delay is not denial, it is refinement. When momentum slows, attention sharpens, old habits surface. Unresolved thoughts demand resolution. This friction prepares stability. Elevation without grounding collapses quickly. Pressure reveals alignment. What no longer fits begins to feel heavy. Relationships strain. Environments tighten. Comfort fades. This compression redirects energy toward purpose. Resistance intensifies because transition has begun. Confusion humbles the ego. Certainty dissolves so guidance can enter. When answers vanish, listening deepens. This quiet receptivity invites clarity. The mind releases control. Awareness steps forward. Those nearing elevation often feel tested internally rather than externally. Doubt whispers, fatigue increases. Motivation fluctuates. These sensations signal reorganization, not failure. Energy reallocates itself for the next phase. Pressure also clarifies commitment. When obstacles multiply, desire alone is insufficient. Only alignment sustains movement. This separates fleeting interest from readiness. Persistence becomes proof. Delay protects the outcome. Premature elevation exposes weakness. Time strengthens foundation. Emotional regulation, discernment, patience. These qualities mature under strain. Moments of confusion invite surrender. Not giving up, but releasing force. Alignment replaces effort. Flow replaces resistance. Timing responds. Many abandon the path here. They interpret discomfort as wrong direction. The chosen recognize it as transition. Awareness reframes struggle into signal. Pressure narrows focus. Distractions lose appeal. Essentials remain. Energy conserves itself. This refinement precedes expansion. Elevation approaches quietly. No announcement, just increasing intensity. The test does not punish. It prepares. When pressure peaks, breakthrough nears. When delay stretches, depth increases. When confusion clouds vision, perception sharpens underneath. These signs mark proximity. Movement gathers strength beneath stillness. Alignment forms silently. The next phase waits just beyond resistance. Release the tension for a moment. Forcing tightens the grip, trust loosens it. When control relaxes, alignment finds space to move. This shift changes everything quietly. Effort has value, but strain blocks flow. Pushing from fear distorts direction. Trust restores balance. It allows timing to lead instead of resistance. The body softens, the mind clears. Awareness opens. When forcing stops, signals become visible. Opportunities appear naturally, conversations align, obstacles dissolve without struggle. This is not luck, it is coherence. Inner state matches outer movement. Trust does not mean inaction, it means responsive movement. Listening before acting, waiting without anxiety. This patience recalibrates perception. Choices become precise rather than rushed. The need to force often comes from doubt. Doubt narrows vision. Trust expands it. Expansion attracts support unseen before. Resources respond. People appear. Paths open. When trust replaces control, energy conserves itself. Wasted effort disappears. Focus sharpens. Intention strengthens. Momentum grows organically. Forcing demands constant correction. Trust allows correction naturally. Course adjustments happen without friction. Guidance becomes intuitive rather than analytical. Many misunderstand trust as passivity. It is awareness in motion. Action aligned with timing feels light. Struggle signals misalignment. Ease signals readiness. As trust deepens, outcomes detach from expectation. Attachment loosens. Freedom increases. Creativity returns. New solutions emerge without pressure. Trust also strengthens resilience. When outcomes delay, calm remains. When plans change, stability holds. This steadiness attracts alignment faster than urgency. Shifts often begin subtly. A sense of relief. A quieter mind. A clearer next step. These small changes compound quickly. Trust invites cooperation between inner intention and external timing. When both move together, progress accelerates. The moment control releases, flow responds. Not dramatically, naturally. Alignment does not rush. It arrives precisely when resistance ends. This is the turning point many overlook. The silent shift where force dissolves and movement begins to feel guided rather than pushed. Notice the patterns around you. Repetition is never random. When numbers, messages, or signs return again and again, they are not coincidence, they are confirmation. The universe speaks in cycles, and those cycles reach only those who are listening. The chosen notice these repetitions immediately. A sequence of numbers appears at the same hour. A phrase resurfaces unexpectedly. A thought keeps returning. Each recurrence is a gentle signal, a whisper of alignment. It confirms that you are on the right path, even when the mind questions or doubts. Repetition works like a magnet for awareness. At first, the signs feel subtle, almost invisible. Then they become persistent. The persistence is intentional. The universe does not demand attention, it invites it. Those attuned feel the pull without forcing recognition. Repeated signs bypass the rational mind. They speak directly to intuition. Logic may try to dismiss them. Circumstance may distract. Yet the heart knows. Recognition happens instantly. No argument is needed. This is reassurance at a level beyond explanation. The signs also build confidence in timing. When messages recur, they validate patience. They confirm that delays are not denial. They remind you that alignment is unfolding behind the scenes. Each return is a small nudge saying you are ready, keep moving. Repetition also deepens trust. When the same guidance appears multiple times, it teaches consistency. The chosen learn to trust patterns, not promises. They learn to observe quietly, without reaction. Observation strengthens discernment. Signs repeat because they carry layers. One glance may reveal a surface meaning. The next recurrence uncovers a deeper truth. Each repetition unlocks clarity in stages. This layering trains perception to notice subtlety and truth simultaneously. Confirmation through repetition transforms uncertainty into assurance. It turns hesitation into alignment. Those who notice these cycles are not chasing signs, they are being guided. Their readiness meets the message exactly where it appears. Repetition is a sacred dialogue. It speaks softly, yet persistently. It says, you are seen, you are heard, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Feel the shift quietly. Change begins where comfort ends. God removes what feels safe to make room for what is necessary. Old patterns, familiar surroundings, and worn identities often cling because they feel secure. but security is rarely where growth begins. Purpose requires space. Comfort occupies that space. When the familiar falls away, resistance rises. Fear surfaces, doubt questions. That discomfort is intentional. It loosens attachment to the past so the present can fully emerge. Old identities are defined by habit, by repetition, by external validation. They worked once, but they cannot carry what is coming. Clinging to them slows transformation. The moment you release what no longer serves, momentum returns naturally. Energy that was scattered aligns with purpose. God's guidance often removes before introducing. Opportunities, relationships, or routines may vanish unexpectedly. These losses are not punishment. They are calibration. The universe clears the table so the next course can arrive unblocked. Letting go requires courage. It demands trust in what is unseen. Comfort feels safe, but purpose calls louder. The two cannot coexist in the same space without friction. When you surrender the familiar, clarity grows. The path forward becomes visible. The chosen learn to recognize impermanence as preparation. Each ending signals readiness. Every door that closes quietly invites another to open. What is removed is not lost, it is redirected. Energy conserved in comfort transforms into energy for action. Transformation is not immediate. The old self must dissolve gradually, layer by layer. As each layer falls, awareness expands. Depth replaces routine. Presence replaces distraction. This process refines perception and strengthens resolve. The release of comfort is also a test. It measures patience, resilience, and willingness to embrace uncertainty. Those who cling fall behind. Those who trust rise. Purpose cannot enter a crowded space. It needs clarity, readiness, and openness. That is why God removes the old identity first, to prepare you fully for what is coming, unseen yet inevitable. Listen carefully. Blessings do not arrive when the mind is scattered or the heart is restless. They require readiness. Noise and distraction cannot contain what is meant to elevate you. What is coming demands inner space, stillness, and awareness. The universe never delivers power to unprepared hands. Readiness is cultivated through patience, reflection, and trust. It is quiet work, invisible to the outside world. Without preparation, blessings can overwhelm, confuse, or even vanish. Timing alone is not enough. Alignment within yourself must exist first. Preparation is not effort alone. It is refinement. It is strengthening the mind while softening the heart. It is balancing ambition with surrender. It is learning to listen before acting, to pause before moving. These qualities create fertile ground for what is about to manifest. Noise, mental chatter, fear, distraction blocks reception. When attention is fractured, the signals of guidance pass unnoticed. Messages meant for you slip by unnoticed because readiness was incomplete. The blessing waits patiently, never forcing its way, always honoring your timing. Those who are ready recognize subtle shifts immediately, a sense of ease, a quiet nudge, an alignment that feels effortless. These are confirmations that preparation has reached fruition. When you have cultivated stillness and trust, blessings flow naturally without struggle. Inner preparation also allows discernment. The chosen do not accept everything blindly. They sense what serves growth, purpose, and alignment. This clarity ensures the blessing multiplies instead of dissipating. Many long for arrival without understanding the work behind it. Few grasp that the unseen labor, the patience, endurance, and surrender is what makes reception possible. The blessing is not random. It is a precise response to readiness. Energy gathers silently. Timing aligns. Opportunity approaches like a tide rising. When readiness meets arrival, the shift is unmistakable. What is coming cannot be rushed, forced, or earned through noise. It is invited, experienced, and carried forward only by those who have prepared internally. Take a moment now. Breathe deeply. Let the stillness settle within you. Today, January 20th, the simplest action carries the greatest power. Acknowledge your readiness. Sit quietly, even for just a minute, and say within your heart, I am open, I am prepared, I receive. No force, no expectation, just presence. This small act aligns your energy with the timing of the universe. It signals that you are listening. It signals that you are ready. The ripples of this quiet acknowledgement extend far beyond what you can see. If this message resonates, show your support, like this video, and subscribe to Shaolin Divine Flow. Join a space where awareness, discipline, and higher guidance meet, where each step is intentional and each moment is honored. Remember, the greatest shifts often arrive softly. What you open to today will shape the days ahead. Stand quietly, trust fully, and let the flow carry you. You are chosen, you are seen, and this moment is just the beginning of everything you were meant to become.